former teammate ni Bolik yan eh, sa Sabeda. Came from Ateneo. And Martin Santos, his percentage may not be high, but it's beginning to improve. And you remember, he's going up against San Miguel, a team that has a lot of good big forward lineup. Big ones.
Getting that 15-foot jumper. Meantime, Junmar tatrabaho sa loob. Baby hook didn't work.
A 7-footer can really make you change your shot or miss the kind of shot that you like.
42-27, still San Miguel up here in the first half. And that's another turnover for the Batang Pierre.
That's hurting them because they're still down by 15. Although we do have 3 minutes and 22 seconds left. It's been a ball game controlled by the Beermen. I think they went off to an 8-0 run. The orange shirts. Oh, if you call that a push on Arvin, that's foul number 3 on him. That hurts.
Check it. That's right, Doc.
That's number 3. And he has one of the hardest jobs. Defend against this import without getting himself into foul trouble.
Kick out to Romeo. Terrence goes in, had to change his approach. Junmar was there to get that loose ball.
Always ready.
Look at Gray. After the races, and it's good.
That's always the way he has played, without control. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. This one turned out to be a good 2 points for them.
That's when you say you take the good with the bad, and so far.
Oh, nice spin. That's number 4.
Oh no. And I was looking at Coach Pido, Dr. J. He was looking who to field in, and right now I see Jamie Malonzo going to our officials table.
It was really hard for him because they continued to sacrifice with Arvin having to defend an import. He was about 40 pounds bigger than he is, and about 3 or 4 inches. So it was really difficult for Arvin to go up and try to stop this guy.
And Brandon Brown knew it, that he was in foul trouble.
Yeah, taking you in.
47-29. Biggest lead for the Beermen at 18. Malonzo is back in the game, takes that jumper. No orange shirt to help Gray. Terrence to Junmar. That fake. In pool, Slaughter. And Brandon Brown trying to plead his case that Jamie pushed him.
It was a slight shove. I like the import. He's cool. And then he's apologizing to the ref. Okay, you made the call. So you're not going to change it. So let me be cool about what you called. Gray coming up with 2 turnovers.
And they're looking for Junmar inside. Good help, good tap by Malonzo.
There's Malonzo running the break, giving it to he didn't give it to Bolik.
Doliges for 3. Now Terrence will set this one up. 1:34 remaining before we end the first half.
Only 29 points so far here. Remember, NorthPort is playing without an import.
Lassiter, short on the 3. And this is ballooned. This has gone up to 18 already.
Remember, the loser is going to lose 3 straight games in 1 week.
Yes.
It's going to be very hard to come back from that mentally.
14 remaining in the first half. We'll hang in the air here. 47-29. And so far, so good for the mighty Beermen. Now, catch new episodes of Hot Seat every Monday at 9 p.m. on PVL Rush. Available on Signal TV channel 260 on HD and channel 9090 on SD. Also available on Signal Play Premium.
Well, these are the games for Wednesday at the Araneta. Terra Firma 1-1. I like that team. And Magnolia seeing action for the first time in this conference at 3 p.m. NLEX is an undefeated team. Would have played the 3rd game already. They're 2-0. And they're going up against their sister team, the recently crowned champions, And remember, McDaniels used to play with TNT.
Yes.
Of course, they decided to pick up somebody else, and so NLEX was able to get him. No?
Interesting sub stories there, and we are, of course, excited. We're all going back to the Big Dome. So watch out as we
Yeah,
move back to Quezon City.
yeah. Of course, just like the commissioner, we're very thankful to Mayor Joy Belmonte. I'm from Quezon City. You are from
Yes,
Quezon
Dr.
City,
J.
and she is my mayor. Naman. I don't know who your mayor is, but she is my mayor.
Same. Same with me, Dr. J, and
Yeah,
we're
and
very
I
thankful.
love the father of that. I know him very well. Former speaker, Sonny. He's a very nice person.
And thank you indeed. Thank you indeed for giving us that go signal,
Thank
that
you,
green
Joy.
light. Yes. The Mayora.
Kami talagang matagal na kami sa Quezon City. Been there a long time.
47-29, under a minute left to play here in the first half. Greg Zill has it, cross court.
Good pass.
Malonzo.
Even if he doesn't make it, it was a good decision.
CJ will go the other way. Will finish with the left hand.
One thing about NorthPort is they have no defense at all. Oh,
There
there's a
you go.
duck.
There you go.
There's a duck one. Got to follow. And on the other side, we have Brown and Gray talking to each other.
We'll try to check what happened there, but you were looking for that two-handed slam
Yeah.
from Jamie Malonzo, and I hope that will wake up
This team.
the spirits here, the team of Northport, right? Look at that. Boom! Two-handed jab from Jamie Malonzo. Oh, wow. He has the hops there. 49-31 with only 27.1 seconds remaining here in the first half. Looking at Northport, Arwin sitting down with 4 fouls. The others really have to chip in, fill in the gap.
Yeah, because it's been, Arwin has had some scoring, and so has Malonzo, I think, who is probably the leading scorer. They got to get more from Greg, and of course, Bolik. Bolik
Yes.
has been, I think, their #1 local scorer, and he's been missing here because he has not really attempted, I think, of course, he probably heard a lot of criticism in the last 2 games of the way he held the ball and everything without willing to pass. And I know the boy. He's a winner. Tagal ko rin kilala yan. He's a winner. So he always likes to help his team.
Marshall inside, still struggling to find his range.
Enough time to get off a shot here, but there are fouls to give on the part of the Beerman. Open shot, you take it.
Good look, good line,
Good
just
call.
a tap short.
Okay, there's still 3.5 seconds. And San Miguel still has fouls to give, but you do not want to foul a guy in the act of shooting. So let's see if Northport has a play going to the basket. If that Greg is too far out, but let's see him go to the basket.
He'll throw it, won't make it. And that buzzer means first half is done. And here in this match, Greg Slaughter struggling with the Batang pair, but Brandon Brown doing an awesome job with Junmar Fajardo playing good music together. Although Marshall is still struggling, Vic has finally found his game together with Terrence Romeo. The mighty Beermen, they are really stamping their authority in this match. 49-31. Beermen up by 18 as we end the first half.
PBA Governors Cup 2021. My name is Denise Tan, and again, it is halftime of the match between San Miguel and NorthPort, kung saan 18 puntos po ang lamang ngayon ng Beermen, and we are gonna find out kung makakabawi dito ang NorthPort. It is a crucial game for both teams as they did start the conference with a 0-2 record. For NorthPort, kulang sila ng import nila. Cameron Ford, of course, nursing an injury. But we'll talk more about that maybe during the game. Ngayon naman, alam natin na one player from NorthPort is starting a new journey. Arwen Santos is now with them. Kaya silipin natin at pakinggan natin what he has to say about that.
Down to three ang lamang ng Barangay Ginebra. What a time!
Beautiful pass
what a
inside.
And Arvid Santos doing it all. Truly exhibition.
Sa loob ng 12 taon ay naging bahagi ng San Miguel Beermen si Arwind Santos. Sa panahong ito, nakakuha sila ng 9 championships, kasama na ang 5 straight Philippine Cup titles. Nagwagi rin siya ng 2 Finals MVP at Best Player of the Conference Awards at itinanghal pa na PBA MVP noong 2013. Bukod pa yan sa iba pa niyang mga awards. Naging malaking bahagi si Arwind ng dynasty ng Beermen kasama nila Junmar Fajardo, Marshall Lassiter, Chris Ross at Alex Cabagnot na nakilala bilang Death 5 ng SMB. Pero natapos ang pagiging Beerman ni Spider-Man noong isang buwan matapos siyang matrade sa NorthPort Batang Pier kapalit ni Vic Manuel. Natapos man ang pagiging bahagi niya ng Beermen ay masaya pa din siya na nabigyan ng pagkakataong makapaglaro para sa kuponan at manalo ng championships.
Hindi natin iniisip yun kasi ang atin nga kasi sabi ko nga marami rin naman player na hindi lang sa akin nangyari. So ang importante at the same time nakakapaglaro ka pa rin at the same time may isip mo kahit pa paano naglaro ka pa rin doon sa team na yun ng matagal na panahon. Ilang championship din ang naibigay natin and marami kang napasaya. Yun na lang inisip din.
Pito na naman ang tira. Bola on the floor. Arwind 3. Oh!
Inside to Harris. Huli ni Santos. Huli ulit.
The bounce, especially to the defense. And look at that, doing up a combo.
Blessing din na maituturing ni Arwind ang kanyang paglalaro para sa Beermen sa loob ng 12 taon.
Wala akong regrets. Wala akong ako nagpapasalamat ako dahil sa dami ng mga players na hindi naman nakatungtong sa ganung team. Ako nagpapasalamat ako doon pa lang sa side na yon. Blessed na ako.
Reverse ball! Ayala jumping the block! So many lost possessions!
Excited naman si Arwind na makabalik sa court para sa NorthPort at sa kanyang bagong head coach na si Pido Harencio at kanyang mga bagong teammates.
May pinagsamahan na rin kami ni Coach Pido outside, inside ng basketball. Natudoon yung tiwala niya sa akin at nagpapasalamat ako sa tiwala ni Coach Pido. Tapos sa mga teammates ko rin, alam ko na talent-wise, sandigan na. Tapos yung team nila malakas na rin. Tingin ko, kung may tutulong man ako, gagawin ko yun para mas maging solid pa kami.
Nakakapanibago man na makita siya sa isang NorthPort jersey. Ipinakita ni Spider-Man na isa pa din siya sa pinakamagagaling na manlalaro sa PBA even at 40 years old. At handang siyang tumulong sa kanyang bagong kuponan sa kahit anong paraan.
Ganun pa rin, walang magbabago. Kung ano pa rin yung kaya kong i-contribute doon sa table namin, magko-contribute ako dahil hindi ako papayag na wala akong contribution. Offense, defense, maraming departamento naman ng basketball So, more of positive side dapat makapag-contribute ako.
Hands momentarily of De La Rosa. Arwind lets it fly. Yes! It's a 3 and we're tied!
De La Rosa had possession, nabitawan yung bola. Again, it's the composure.
Matapos man ang kanyang pagiging bahagi ng isa sa pinakamalalakas na dynasty sa San Miguel, pinakita pa din ni Arwin Santos na marami pang aabangan ang mga fans sa panibagong chapter ng kanyang PBA career.
Again, an incredible career for Arwin Santos. 12 years, 9 championships, and even an MVP award. Kaya para daw sa kanya, he will always cherish the time that he had with San Miguel. But it is time to move forward. At moving forward, speaking of that, silipin naman natin ang ating mga susunod na games that, as we all know, ay babalik na nga po sa Araneta. Of course, all of us are super excited for that big news. Upcoming schedule natin, Smart Araneta Coliseum, babalik tayo simula Wednesday, that is December 15, up to 19, that's Wednesday to Sunday. Tapos pagdating po ng 20 to 21, that will be leg 6 of our PBA 3x3. Kasunod po niyan, 22, 25, and December 26, 5-on-5 po ulit. And then the grand finals for our 3x3 is on December 29. Tickets available at ticketnet.com. At ito na po, pinakamagandang balita sa lahat ng yan. Fans in the venue allowed na pong makabalik. Just look at our requirements po. Only fully vaccinated individuals will be allowed. 12 years old and above must present vaccination card together with a government-issued ID. No QC pass, no entry. So kailangan po mag-register tayo at get.safepass.ph. Proper use of face mask. Dapat lagi pong nakasuot. And no food allowed at the audience area. Only at concourse of museum. Tickets, of course, will be available at ticketnet.com. Games on Wednesday naman po. Silipin na natin Terra Firma kontra Magnolia at 3 p.m. At pagdating ng alas 6:30 ng gabi, NLEX kontra Tropang Giga. Again, that will be live on TV5 Signal and Smart Sports. At ito po ang ating ticket prices. Different prices for different areas of Araneta. Again, ticketnet.com.ph po ang pwede nyong bisitahing website if you are interested to watch the games live. Now, that's it for now, and we'll bring you more PBA action when we come back.
Our score at the half, 49-31, an 18-point lead for San Miguel Beer against NorthPort Batang PR. Curious with Dr. J live here on PBA Rush, and we're going to talk about some of the things that happened in the first two quarter, Dr. J. And from the get-go, without an import, San Miguel took advantage, and that's the reason why they were up after 24 minutes of action.
That's right. It's a very big lead. You can see that nice pass there by Brown to Jumar Fajardo, who gives him the thumbs up sign. And then a penetration here by CJ Perez. I think San Miguel's playing more of a team game today. It's another good steal here. Actually, the first of two steals that Brown had on careless and lazy passes given up by the Patampier. And then you got hot here on the part of Pesumali, and 2 of that in a row. So all of a sudden that lead ballooned, no, to a big margin. You just can't stop that.
And it continued in the second quarter with Brandon Brown just flying under the radar, and that sharing of the basketball with Vic Manuel joining forces with Simon and Ciso. And then they've continued their great performance in the second quarter.
Well, one of the tough things about San Miguel is that you always have a Juma Fajardo to give you points underneath the basket. And that also allows that team to be able to have those outside shots that are open. And you can see the percentages here. It's terrible. Now 47% compared to 26%. Even though NorthPort had 9 more attempts. Fast break points 10-4. Second chance points for NorthPort. They had some offensive rebounds 11-6. But points in the paint double, 28-14.
And pretty much the boat is sinking in the favor of San Miguel there. And our halftime stats brought to you by Honda, official motorcycle of the PBA. But in terms of...
They have good numbers. They should be in double figures. Both of them have only 2 points. So San Miguel's defense has clamped down on Greg Slaughter by using the zone against him and forcing him out of his comfort zone. On the other side, you know, you have good contributions. They're all over the place. Everybody is clicking, so they're playing well.
And if I remember correctly, Dr. J, the only field goal of Greg Slaughter was that jumper over Jumar Fajardo on the left side.
Yeah, about 17-footer here, correct. But he's not been able to get the ball on the inside. And without the help of another import who probably could have helped him with some inside penetrations or being able to, what they call this, post up first. You know, Greg is forced to play at the pace that he doesn't like.
It's going to be a tough climb here for the Batang pair. You know, with Babes Bolick only scoring 2 points, and as mentioned, Greg Slaughter with 2 points, and not to mention, of course, Cameron Forte not seeing action, will probably not see action for the entirety of the game, but Arvin Santos, who could have helped Greg Slaughter already with 4 fouls.
Yeah, so that compounded the miseries that you're talking about. But I think they talked about it. I saw them on when they went to their locker room, and they spent quite a time there. I saw the coaching staff led by Pido, and of course their team manager, and also their board of representative, Ariola, Eric. And he was greeting me, and I thought that they were serious about what they wanted to tell the players. Step it up a little bit, focus, and play a lot more, play better defense than what they've been doing.
Third quarter action has begun. A burden of adjustment. Men in orange. Right, out to Ferrer. Look at CJ going after that defensive board quickly to Marshall. He knew that Marshall was going to that side, but the pass was just too strong.
Sometimes they've only been together for what? This is only their second conference together. Definitely, there is still misunderstanding on where to get the ball to a guy, you know, where he wants to be. And so they apologize for that miscue. And like I said, you know, NorthPort has been getting their shots. They're open. They're just not making it.
Yes.
I think Bolick's going to take a lot more shots now. This was not open, but he made it.
And that's the 4th point of Robert Bolick.
I'm sure that's one of the things they probably talked about. Hey, you know, you got to be a little bit more active in offense. Where are we going to get it if you're not going to be there? You know? And same with Greg, probably.
Romeo kick out to Perez.
The defense is good. You see, everybody is switching off. Oh, nice
Look
shot.
at
Nice shot.
You know, just catching it, Dr. J, calmly taking that top of the key.
If you're the coach on the opposing side, you just say, we played good defense. He just made the shot, so we can't help but admire it. It's open again.
Bolick taking it.
Oh, he had the 3-point shot that's in and out.
Another crack here at the basket para sa Batang Pier. Bolick zigzagging his way in, and he is indeed aggressive at the start of the third.
3 shot attempts already. But I don't think the pick and roll with Reich is going to help him. It would be better if he picked and roll with Greg Slaughter rather than Reich, because it's hard for him to throw the ball back to Reich downstairs.
Spin cycle for CJ. That won't work. Ferrer ahead,
Nice
recognized.
pass. Oh, he almost lost it too.
Kevin set this one up.
Now it goes to the side of Greg.
Troy on the move. Shot clock at 5. Slaughter,
Good shot.
second field goal.
More movement and more player movement as well as ball movement. Really makes the defense work a little bit.
So NorthPort has 35 points already.
Holding.
9:25 remaining here. And imagine, Dr. J, they're for sure they're missing what Alex could do as we take a look at the jumper here of Greg. But imagine what a Chris Ross would be able to do as well.
I think that's one of the most important things that San Miguel is missing right now. After it's like losing 3 of your top 5 players before. You know? Open again.
This time he missed it. Talking about Brandon Brown. Well, he'll cut, he'll get it, and look at that. He's trying to fight Junmar on the other side.
There's going to be another foul on right. But one thing that I've also noticed in the first 2 games of San Miguel, this being their third, CJ Perez does a lot of good job on offensive rebounding for his team. As we take a look at Coach Pido Arencio and Eric Ariola, that's one thing that CJ does a lot. Oh, nice shot.
He prepared that one for himself, Terrence Romeo. And as you were saying, Doc, together with CJ Perez, kung meron ka ganong calibre na player in Perez, and then Terrence finds its range, good enough while they're missing the services of Chris Ross.
But Chris Ross gives them a lot on defense, and that's what they need.
Balance on the corner. Nope. Terrence is ahead. He gets it. Feeds it to CJ for the alley-oop. Fantastic connection. Romeo to Perez. 56-35. The lead has ballooned already to 21.
Foul there by Vallanza, but
we're going to look at that again. Good feed, good find, and look at Terrence. One quick look. Lob pass. CJ just going high for that alley-oop. I thought he was going to dunk it. Would have been nice.
we're going to have probably Wright being replaced by Arwin Santos. Because Brown has been able to do whatever he wanted to do in this ball game, whether score or pass.
Doc, is this a gamble right now for Coach Pido? Sending in Arwin?
Since he's playing zone, but Brown goes immediately to the side of Arwin.
Inside to Junmar. Foul will be called against Kevin Ferrer. And I have to say this also on the side of San Miguel with 8:08 remaining in the third quarter. They are not taking any chances here. Imagine, they're up by 21 and Brandon Brown is still in the game. They're allowing him to play.
Well, you're 0-2. Like I said, you don't want to be 0-3. No? And you don't want to feel like what happened to, for example, last night to Radio Shell. You have one game and you lost, no?
All business. Bierman, and look at that. Marshall has found his range. Hitting that three. The lead is already at 24. One case already.
And that fits their brand.
Yep.
The San Miguel beer.
Arwin missing that baseline jumper. This is the biggest lead already for San Miguel. They go back to Marshall. He'll take another three. Back-to-back threes by Super Marshall. This is going to be a problem here for the NorthPort Batang Pier. Super Marshall has found his range. They are up by 27. Check this out. Good recognition by Brandon Brown. Hitting that three, his first three of the match actually. And then after that, he got his second one. 62 for San Miguel, 35 for NorthPort. Timeout brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of PBA.
Northport is Cameron Forte because he is suffering a posterior knee pain on his right knee. I actually got to talk to him earlier and he said that he couldn't pinpoint at the moment where he first experienced it. And I saw him earlier trying to stretch it out, but it didn't take long for him to stand up and go back to the dugout. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw a slight limp there. Either way, the PT advised them not to push with it, and he will just be sent to the doctor tomorrow to be assessed. Now, they can't really say when he can be back and start playing for Northport because it really depends on the diagnosis. And typically, for minor cases of posterior knee pains, it usually takes at least 1 week. Gentlemen.
That is indeed tough for Northport. You know, you're 0-2 and then your import is not playing now, and then he might be done for a week based on diagnosis.
And they'll probably be 0-3 the way they're going today. No, the point there is, unlike in the past, if you had to look for a replacement import, it's easy.
Yes.
Well, it's not easy, but you can always get a replacement. Now, whether it fits your team or not is a different story. But now, it's really difficult because there is the question of picking up your visa abroad. It takes time, and not all the cities there have a consulate of the Philippine consulate. No? So that's one, and then the travel time plus the quarantine time of 5 days. No? If you're vaccinated. No?
So it's really tough, really tough. It's relatively easier, to your point, during normal times.
Yeah, because you can see teams do change. No?
Yes.
And maybe they might miss one game without an import, or they'll use the old one, but after that they'll have a replacement. Now, the way it's going, since we already saw the schedule on Wednesday, there won't be games for Northport until the earliest, maybe Thursday, Friday.
So enough time at least for Cameron Forte to have that checked if there's a possibility that the rest is shorter than a week. But if Northport ends up getting a third defeat in a row after this match, imagine they can only go 8-3 if they sweep those remaining games. But if they don't and they go only 50%, it's not enough actually to get into the next round. Might not be enough. Oh, breaking ankles. No bucket there for Brandon Brown. Bolick to Taha, had to stop there and go back.
That was a deceiving move made by Taha, as if he was going to bring the ball out, and he came back. No? Found himself open underneath the basket.
5:27 remaining in the third quarter. Romeo gets it to Marshall, who'll go up for the three. Good line.
Well, you can see the activity of Northport defensively has improved here in the third quarter. Even though they're down, they're probably playing it like it's 0-0. They don't want to look at the score because madidismaya ka eh.
And to your point, they're trying to cut, trying to find those gaps.
Yeah.
And we saw the second field goal earlier of, or the third of Greg, and then the three of Bolick, but check this first. Went up for that shot, but unfortunately Brandon missed that one. Bolick, 10 to shoot, under 5 minutes here in the third. Gets another screen. Out to Arwind. Offline for the Spider-Man. Here comes Marshall on the other end, going high. And they didn't know that they were going up against each other.
Taha was really good in that play defensively and then getting the rebound.
And that was enough for Coach Leo to call for that timeout. Didn't like what happened there because Fajardo and Brown were competing for the rebound, and then on the other side, Spider-Man scoring easily on that break. Still a 20-point lead here, commanding 20-point lead for San Miguel at the 4:32 mark of the third quarter, 64-44. got some good news to all our fans. Open on-site selling tomorrow, but before that, games on Wednesday. Terra Firma and Magnolia at 3 p.m. and then NLEX against TNT Chopang Giga at 6 p.m. That will be at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Of course, you can catch us on TV. And of course, as mentioned, open on-site selling starting tomorrow, Monday, 10 a.m. at the Smart Araneta ticket booth. Those are the prices. Please, I hope you're able to take a picture of that, and we'd love to see you guys live in the venue.
Well, they're very decent prices. I mean, even food has really gone up since the pandemic came around. And most restaurants have not adjusted going back. They've kept it at the same price, you know.
I hope they bring it down.
Yeah, that 15-20% is really big, you know. Well, hopefully, can normalize to some extent.
Earlier, we saw Arvin Santos, Dr. J with that Spider-Man move, trying to evade the defender's scoring. But on the other side, CJ Perez quickly taking it back.
Yeah, but like I said, what I like about NorthPort is there's more fight.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he might have taken 6 shots already in this quarter and maybe made 3 or 4 out of the 6. No? So I'm sure that that's what they talk about. Hey, Robert, we need your scoring.
Yes.
You can't be going 2 points without an import. You have 2 points and Greg has 2 points. So we're going nowhere here.
Out to Brown. High-low
Nice
play. Again. They're indeed playing good music together. The adjustment is there. Brown and Fajardo.
Well, what I like I said, I like the way Junmar is moving now. As this tournament goes on, as if he doesn't get injured, hopefully he doesn't, he really seems to be back. There he is, blocking that shot.
And Terence Romeo helping Brown and Fajardo get that loose ball, resulting to a foul from Kevin Ferrer.
A guy that they have not used in this quarter, as NorthPort is already in the penalty, which will mean free throw shots dito para kay Terence Romeo, is Malonzo, who was their top scorer in the first quarter, in the first half of play.
First is good for Terence. Pwede, no? Dr. J, pagsabayin kaya, no? Would be nice. Malonzo and Arvin, that would be a nice combo as well.
Well, they played together in the beginning. If Arvin, in the all Filipino, that would really be good because Arvin does clear the defensive boards pretty well. And Malonzo really runs. Now, you also have Bolik. If you get that outlet to him, it will really be nice, those two guys running, because they both can finish at the basket.
Bolik out to Santos, goes up for that 3. Book it for Arvin.
Guys averaging over 20 points so far in this tournament now. Of course, it hasn't resulted into victories for the team. Although, like I said, they should have had a game that they should have won already, except for that miscue, and then the import fouling a guy in the act of shooting, giving him 3 points to tie the ball game.
Then on the other end, after that bucket from Arvin, Vic Manuel trying to also assert his presence here. He's going to the line for a couple of free throws. We started the third quarter with San Miguel up by 18. And at this juncture, Dr. J, they are still up by 18. So, yes, NorthPort is moving well, having a couple of buckets from Bolik and Slaughter, but it's really tough.
Well, they could easily have been down by 30
Yes.
if they continued to play the way they played in the first 2 halves. Now, of course, Fajardo is going to be given a warning for probably delay of the game because he went out. I think he wanted to get some water or whatever. See, that's the delay of the game.
And we saw him smiling and having that light moment with Robert Bolik.
That's what you like about these players. They compete hard, but they are friends.
Traded
Miguel
from Burger King.
Yes. Then 2013 most valuable player before Junmar Fajardo made that run of consecutive most valuable players. And then traded from San Miguel. In order for San Miguel to get Vic Manuel, Sean Anthony had to go to what's this? Where did Sean Anthony go?
Sean Anthony It escapes my memory too,
I
Dr.
think
J.
Alaska, because that's where Big Manuel came from. Right? No, Phoenix.
Phoenix, there you
Phoenix,
go.
I'm sorry, Phoenix. Phoenix. And Phoenix is doing well with 2 win, lost card, no lost card. And Sean Anthony hasn't even started to play.
And imagine talking about Phoenix, one of their victories, they came back, they were down because of defense, and that's something that NorthPort is hoping that they could do as Greg Stoddard throws it down with one hand.
See, that's one thing Bolik is so good at. Because he can make the outside shot. He knows how to get into tight spaces and then the dish or pass. The same thing here.
Marshall inside, that pass was too strong for Moala.
Here is a guy that's not playing what is expected of him in the first 2 games. You know, he's been good for them, especially when Junmar was injured. But Tautua has not played up to what is expected of him. He's a better player than that.
Right now he's in with Brandon Brown
They've
resting.
They've got the lead down to 16 with
72.
a minute and 24 left.
72-56. Better third quarter here for NorthPort. Terrence. Mo inside, nothing there. Malonzo is back on the court. Pollock goes in.
There's Malonzo. Oh, you should dunk it. But remember I was saying he was not part of the starting 5 in the third. But he was the key man that they had in the first 2 quarters.
Don't look now, the lead is down to 14.
I love it when a team just plays and plays. Doesn't worry about the scores. Because if you look at the score, like I said, your morale is going to go down. You play hard. Look at Bolik. Just playing very hard.
He gets it back from Arvin. Shot clock at 10. NorthPort hoping to end the third on a good note.
That's a nice pick and roll because it's with a big man. That's going to be way off the mark.
Enciso looking ahead, 3-on-2 break. He'll feed it to Marshall. Marshall will wait.
That's a sign of a veteran. He could have taken the shot, but what for, you know? Wait for my teammates to come. That's open.
6 seconds. Enough time for Volek to go straight if he wants to.
And he's going to be fouled because there are fouls to give on the part of the Beermen. That's only their 3rd team foul. They actually have 2 more to give.
Foul management working well here for San Miguel.
I'd like to see a well-designed play. He can't be throwing the ball to Slaughter on the outside. He's got to be able to screen and dive in. And a shooter or a penetrator must come up from that screen. So that at least you have a lot of threats on your offense.
And Coach Leo putting in Brandon Brown to have more height on defense. 2 seconds.
He's got to go.
Babes, Volek going for the 3.
Good shot. He just didn't make it.
But a better third quarter here for Robert Volek and the rest of the Batang Pier. They're still down, however, by 14 points to end the third. We're back at the United Sports Arena in Pasig City. We say good afternoon to all our PBA fans for your PBA Sunday. And you're seeing the NorthPort Batang Pier. The import Cameron Forte is not playing right now due to an injury. And they are down. Batang Pier are down by 14 points, but Arvin Santos together with Robert Volek putting up a good fight. They owned the third quarter, Dr. J, scoring 27 against the 23 of San Miguel.
Yeah, I thought the ball movement was better. They were making their shots now, you know, and there was a fight on the rebound, on the boards for them to have a lot of good second chance opportunities. And their defense was much better.
Let's see if they can continue with this mini run.
Well, Greg is sitting on and the rebounding is there. Malonzo continues to show his leaping ability. And Bolick continues to play. He has played the whole second half so far. And there's going to be a foul there on Pesomal. I saw a huddle there by the San Miguel coaching staff just at the end of the third. They were not happy about what happened. So they want to take this team lightly. And they probably talked about the fact that Pesomal played pretty well. So let's get him back in the ball game.
Arwin short on the three.
Nice
Defensive
rebound.
Malonzo will try his luck. Nope. Right. Underneath. One more try. He throws it. Doesn't fall in.
See, that's what I'm telling you. He's not an inside player. He really does not have a lot of moves underneath the basket. That first one, he faked nobody because he's almost about 6'8", 6'7". No?
And it's showing, right, Doc, here, he's not too comfortable.
Yeah, playing on the inside. He's a good gunner from the outside, and when he's on, he's on. And he can make those medium range, but inside, he really is not that type of a player. Some people are, some people aren't. He's not.
Pesumal finding Manuel. Against Santos. Nice matchup here. Muscleman against Spider-Man. He goes in and he scores.
Arwin played him as best a defense as he could without fouling him. But Big Manuel just happened to be such a good player on the inside. Oh, nice move. And that's one. And one.
And I thought he was about to pass it, heard the whistle, went up for the layup.
Can we ask Camille to ask how many points does Bolick already have in the second half?
Well, we'll check that on the points of Robert Bolick as he went up for this layup here.
Yeah, we don't have a scorer here. No. They have a scorer on TV5, so we'll just borrow some stats.
We'll borrow
because he only had 2 points, no. But I'm sure he's more than double figures in the second half alone.
And we'll check that on Bolick. You're right, Doc might have reached double figures already as he ended the first half.
Sure.
There you go. 11 points already in the second half, Doc.
Yeah, in the second half, He missed this three-point shot that could have gotten them to within 10. No?
Our score is 74 to 61.
There's Bolick again picking up those loose ball recoveries.
He's going to go right smack in the middle.
Yeah, he's going to take two. I thought the defensive player was not there on time. And you can see Bolick is really huffing and puffing. Playing at full speed for about 14 minutes now. 14 playing minutes on the floor.
And they need him. They need his leadership here. Look at that contact. That would take a lot of out of your strength and energy there. But Bolick, he has to stay inside.
In their loss to NorthPort, I was really surprised. He missed a lot of free throws. One of the things about 4 or 5 years ago when I was scouting this player, I said he's really good. I thought he was going to go high in the PVA, number 2 eventually. He can make the outside shot, he can control, he's very quick, good defender in the perimeter, but he's an excellent free throw shooter. So I was really surprised. I think he missed 3 or 4 in that very crucial stage of the ball game. Then I think you can only say that is probably due to exhaustion.
Fatigue,
Pagod
right?
na yan. And syempre, whatever happens, you're a human being.
And at your
There
point,
it is again.
Doc, di ba, for other players, you miss 3, 4 free throws, forgivable eh. Pero pag Robert Bolick, parang...
I would think I can easily say he should be an 85% free throw shooter, at least.
At least.
But he gets tired. He has so much job. Oh, that's open.
Oh, but he missed it. Malonzo finding.
Nice pass. And,
Arwin. I thought he was going to dunk it. Now the lead is down to 10. If you guys were busy getting your snacks or your dinner ready, you came back to your TV sets. Yes. Led by Arwin Santos and Robert Bolick. Batang Pierre only down by 10 points. 9:39 remaining, 74-64. And this timeout is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Let's check out the performance here of Spider-Man Arwin Santos. Dr. J, 19 points, 4 rebounds short of a double-double.
Yeah, and he's not through yet. Like I said, he has 4 personal fouls, but he's been able to maintain that. Like I said, he's been averaging almost 20 for them in the first 2 games. So obviously a very good addition to them. Adjusted very quickly because of his experience. But I remember I also told you, lead in the first 2 quarters really mean nothing so far in the games that we've seen. You don't play hard, you're gonna see other team come back, and that's why Coach Leo Austria called the timeout right away.
Vaughn had to change his approach, and that 19 points and 6 boards of Arwin indeed might still increase here. They're only down by 10. Fourth quarter action here. 9:06 remaining.
That's a
in the
4
game.
shot, but again there's Malone, so he was hit from behind, but they'll have no. That was a 4 shot by Arvin. First of all, you have a big import coming at you, closing out. But I thought he probably thought the time was going to run out on their shot clock. Inciso has not scored in this ball game, so he's not been the help that they thought that they wanted to. And there's going to be a 30-second timeout, actually, not a 30-second timeout, but a timeout.
Struggle continues for Simon, as mentioned by Dr. J, 74-64. It's a 10-point lead for San Miguel. Timeout brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Games on Wednesday. Terra Firma and Magnolia. First game 3 o'clock, and next against Teatro Baclian at 6 p.m. And yes, we are going back to the Smart Araneta Coliseum. And don't forget, Patron A, 375. And if you go upper box, it goes down to 70. And on-site selling happens tomorrow at 10 a.m. We are excited to see you guys again on Wednesday.
Well, limited yan.
Yes,
limited ang tao niya, but it's good enough to want. And I think upper box at 70 pesos is quite cheap.
Yeah.
That was not a good shot by Greg coming off a timeout. I mean, shooting over Junmar is not that easy, especially on a fadeaway. But you see the effort of NorthPort here. They're the ones making comeback, so it's more like nothing to lose. I don't have an import, but we're playing hard.
Extra bounce indeed on the legs of the Batang pair. Look at that, Bolick challenging Perez.
That's a real good defense that they're doing. That's why Bolick is huff and puff. He needed that timeout.
Yeah.
He's not only playing offense, he's playing defense at the top of the zone. No, ikot siya ng ikot eh.
3 ball on its
Yes.
way. It's good. And this lead is down to 7, Dr. J.
I tell you, leads here evaporate into the air very quickly if you do not play on the same. And all of a sudden, San Miguel is beginning to miss the shots that he was making in the first. That's going to be a foul on Malonzo. And that will only be the second team foul called against NorthPort. They're just down by 7 right now.
And I thought that was a long bomb by Bolick, taking all the way from Capital Commons here in Pasig. Brown goes in, try to go glass, gets his own miss. Jutmar, nothing there. Look at Greg getting that rebound. Ooh, and in the process, hitting CJ right smack on the
I
face.
think they should review that now, because is it something that is, Arwin is claiming that it's in the part of a rebound play, the moment. He didn't know. CJ is very good at that, actually, coming from behind, swiping the
Yes.
ball off a rebound. So they have to review that now. Also, if there was any intention or what, then of course the punishment has to be made also, because that was a hard blow to the face of PJ. Kasi umaagaw siya, he moves to protect the ball, and he really got him in the kisser there.
And I would hear this, Dr. J, from people like Ali Peak, that sometimes when they swing their arms and a guard
Yeah.
is guarding them, obviously the level of their elbows will be in the face level of the people
Yeah.
guarding them.
And CJ is a tough thing. He came up. Greg goes to him, and CJ acknowledges it by
Yes.
bumping their fists.
Would have been a big rebound there. Would have been a chance for NorthPort to score again. But instead, San Miguel has it.
I'm
74-67.
glad that CJ is okay.
Yes.
That's all of a sudden, mintis na ito si Romeo.
And look at Arvin. Arvin's going to run it. Try to feed it off to Greg. It's going to stay. Hold on.
It's supposed to be Northport ang tawag ng referee, and
Yeah.
there is no chance for review here at this stage. Arvin was going to give it to Greg, no?
Slaughter has it. Now with Taha. They're looking for Bolick. Bolick again for three. And Taha fighting for the rebound, but he lost it. Here comes Terrence.
Good recovery there by Brown. Gives them some relief. Because if not, that could have been another follow-up.
Here comes CJ. Attack mode. Goes in. He goes glass, and it's good.
That was a real nice pirouette move there by CJ. A breath of fresh air for San Miguel, actually.
Bolick kick out. Stolen by Marshall. And now San Miguel will set up.
Back to a 9-point lead dito para sa San Miguel, and a little bit more of a control of the game right now.
Inside. High-low again.
Oh, that's strong. He knew it. He wanted to use the glass, hindi niya inabot eh. There's going to be a foul. That's what I'm saying about CJ. Ang hilig manundot niya. He comes out of nowhere. And if you're not aware, he's going to steal the ball from you.
The timing. Really part of his arsenal. This was the pirouette move, Doc. Quick spin.
Yeah, pirouette here. Nice move.
Went glass.
He gives them a little something that they never had before. And also the energy that he has. Continuous yan eh.
Yeah. Malonzo, a bit quiet here. Slaughter, nope. CJ got it. They'll wait. Use up some seconds here as we approach the halfway mark of the fourth and final quarter. Brown asserting himself. Taha will push it. We'll wait again. Arvin didn't see Greg inside. Now it's with Slaughter. Nice spin and nice finish.
Better late than never, as they say. He could have gotten it there, but he wasn't sure. Baka maagaw eh. So he waited for the right moment to get it to him.
76-69.
Still a close match with 5:38 left.
Brown.
That's a nice, yeah. You know, he has not made his presence felt in the second half. It was almost like the first game that he played. He was fantastic in the first quarter, but almost invisible in the second half, you know. So now he's beginning to wants to assert himself to help his teams.
Oh, and Junmar got fooled in that move of Greg earlier. Look to the right, spin to the left.
Hey, by the way, partner,
Doc.
birthday ni Carlo bukas, Carlo Pamiento.
Oh.
So pagbalik mo na lang, Carlo. Take care of yourself, man.
Advance happy birthday.
You know,
We won't mind if the treat is next week.
I haven't worked with him in a long time. When I first met him, I haven't worked with him at all. But he was with him in 2015 natin sa China, no? And you know, he really is a nice guy. Really
Oh, yes.
works hard. That was long. Arwin's got to get back. You know. That would have been big for Arwin and for their team.
76-69, 7-point lead for San Miguel. 5 minutes remaining in the game. Inside to Junmar, one-hander is out.
Oh, there's Perez, always there to the rescue.
Marshall for three, and look at that. A steal and a conversion. That's big for San Miguel.
My old friend Joe Cantado would say, that's a double black eye. Naagawa ka na 3-point shot.
And all of a sudden, Dr. J. Reed is up to 10 again, but it's down to 8 with that bucket by Robert Bollick.
Bolnick played in a different gear here in the second half. It looked like he was driving a Lamborghini here in the second half. Yeah, it's a different gear.
It is.
Yeah, earlier he was in a Mercedes-Benz, medyo...
Steady lang.
Oh, steady lang. But in the second half, the real sports car.
Sabay inapakan po yung silindador. Ang tuloy na bigla.
Yeah, I mean, night and day yung laro niya dito sa second half. There's Romeo, but he continues to miss.
And look at Bollick.
Malaki ang chance dito ng NorthPort.
Stepping on that gas pedal.
Oh!
Tip in is good for Jamie Malonzo.
Malonzo, Arwin, and Bollick, plus a little help from Greg, plus Taha there with his hustle. They've gotten themselves back in this ball game without an import, remember?
That 20-plus point lead earlier has been erased. High-low again.
One thing you like about Brown, he likes to feed to Junmar. Who wouldn't? If you give Junmar the ball underneath the basket, it's almost 2 points. You have an assist. It's a credit to you.
81-74, 3:45 remaining in this
Libre.
match. Arvin.
Long. Again, Malonzo there, keeping the ball alive.
Bollick has it. 8 to shoot. Marshall on him. Goes in between two defenders. He goes up and he'll go
To the line.
to the line.
But see, I remember I told you earlier, I like the high pick between pick and roll between Slaughter and Bolly.
Yes.
Earlier he was playing together with
Troy Wright.
Troy Wright. Nothing's going to happen there because even if he rolls, you don't want to get him the ball there. But if they don't follow this, you give the ball to Slaughter underneath the basket, that's 2 points.
Sure, too. Yeah. 81-75. One more for Bollick. 81-76.
He has missed one free throw so far in this ball game, somewhere there in the third quarter. So that lead is down to 5 with plenty of time to go.
An eternity of basketball indeed. Terrence, kick out. CJ. Bollick on him. Shot clock reads 9. Perez still has it. He'll go for the 3.
Oh!
And he hits it with Bollick on him.
Big shot here. Big time shot ang ginawa dito ni CJ Perez.
At inubos pa yung shot clock doon, Doc. Malonzo takes it back from the corner.
We're really having a nice game, a very competitive game. We had a sleeper in the first half. And suddenly you're awake.
Iba na ang ihip ng hangin. 84-79. Inside to Junmar, and it's good. 2:38 left. 7-point lead here for San Miguel. Taha handling that ball. Shot clock down to 10. And he wanted to go for the shot, but he saw Malonzo also open on the left side.
He had not been trusting his free throw shot. However, San Miguel is in the penalty. So it's an automatic 2 free throws here for Taha. Taha, remember, also played with Ginebra. And he's a nice guy, if I'm not mistaken, he's from La Salle Binil. So anyway, he's a nice guy, always asking for advice. Came to me several times. I told him, just keep up your game. I think you're doing well. Just don't lose that confidence because he lost a lot of confidence when he never let him go.
Yeah. And I think he has found his groove again, Dr. J.
Yeah. And Pido has given him that opportunity to play.
The burn, right?
Yeah, parang he trusted him to be his 2 guard, his shooting guard.
Second free throw is also good. 86-81. Still anybody's game here.
Correct. With 20 to go.
So if you're San Miguel, you can't afford to come up with a turnover here, because NorthPort has been capitalizing on those. Terrence, shot clock at 10. Goes to Junmar. Armin had to do that.
Yeah.
No choice.
Yeah, because Greg switched off to make sure that Tellers wouldn't have a layup. So it was only Taha and Arwin. Now Arwin picked up his 5th foul. Now these are important free throws because Junmar has struggled. Sometimes he's so good from the free throw line, sometimes he struggles. This one was dead clean.
87-81, Coach Leo Austria. Of course, I'm sure not too happy with how things have turned out here in the second half, but they're still up by 6.
Well, his team has been struggling, you know. Sometimes yung kumpiyansa mo, if you're 0-2, it's not a very easy thing to be confident. But you're 2-0, 3-0, malakas ang kumpiyansa mo. And again, there is CJ Perez. He came from outside and was able to get that rebound play.
And just like Robert Bolick, the compliment that you gave, CJ, I believe, is one of those smaller guys who's very good, together with people like Gio Halalon, getting those, and Scully Thompson, getting those boards.
That was the last foul to give on the part of NorthPort.
Twilight Zone. Romeo goes in. Had to invent a shot, and it's good. All of a sudden, San Miguel is up by 8
Malaking
again.
bagay yung hindi nakuha na rebound play na yun. There's gonna be a timeout requested here by NorthPort.
And Bolick knew it. Bolick knew it, that rebound that they missed. Because this is what happened. San Miguel executed with TR stretching down the middle. Fake to the right, went to the left, finished with the right. 89-81, San Miguel up by 8. A minute 47 left in this match, our first of 2 games for PBA Sunday, and San Miguel has increased their lead to 8 points again, 89-81, courtesy of that drive by Terrence Romeo. But still, Dr. J, still a lot of time
Yeah,
here.
the game is not yet over. It's far from over because NorthPort will have possession of the ball. I think they'll throw in from half court, although the shot clock will be cut down. Well, they called the timeout with 90 seconds, so you'll stay there. Okay, but they just need to score on this play for
Yes.
NorthPort to keep their hopes alive.
And they got 4 great shooters together with Slaughter in Taha, Bolick, Malonzo, and Santos.
There's a screen for Malonzo.
They go inside to Jamie. Extra pass to Arvin. Good execution.
Beautiful play. Beautiful play. But it's embedded on Slaughter willing to give up the ball and giving it to the right person.
89-83. Lead is down to 6. Cross court to Brown. Tapped there by Malonzo. He'll get it. Will he go for the dunk?
Yeah, he
Malonzo.
will. He will. He will.
Two-handed slam, Dr. J.
Kanina pa natin hinahanap.
And all of a sudden, again, ibang ihip na ito. 89-85. Assist first for Jamie to Arvin, and then after that, he tapped the ball and he was rewarded, and he finishes with a two-handed slam.
How long he is and how high he jumps.
That's the reason why NorthPort is only down by 4 points. Our score 89 for San Miguel, 85 for NorthPort. Jamie Malonzo working both ends of the floor. Assist, tap, rewarded with a dunk, and look at those numbers, Dr. J.
21 points, 12 rebounds, 50% shooting from the field, and a couple of three-pointers also for his team. And his activity on defense, he's done a pretty decent job against the import Brown of San Miguel. Because if you look at the height, it's almost the same.
Yes.
It's just that the body weight of Brown is a different thing. But Malonzo is quick enough to be able to use his lateral movement against him on defense. Now they're zoning again here.
Terrence to Junmar in the middle. Kick out to CJ. Shot clock at 5. Perez with that crossover. Fall away. Tough shot there. Nope. Brown for the cleanup job. Couldn't finish it.
And that's going to be a foul on Malonzo. But he can't help it because Brown knew exactly what he wanted to do. When he saw the ball move to the strong side, he was on the weak side. He went down, looking for a possible offensive rebound. And he was gifted with it. Now he has to make free throws. It's still a long time, over a minute left. And that was clean. That was what they needed. That was what San Miguel needed.
Clean as a whistle indeed. 90-85. Cameron Forte.
Pakita mo yung San Miguel, Junmar and Marcio Lassiter both on the rebound. Just in case he missed.
Yeah.
We're going to have a timeout. May timeout pa ito Speedo. I think he has 2 more. This would be one more.
91-85, a 6-point lead here for the mighty Beermen. 1 minute left. We'll be right back. Let's talk about the NorthPort Batang Pierre here. He may have started a little bit flat in the first half, only scoring 2 points, but at the turn, after 24 minutes of action, as mentioned by Dr. J, he is now riding on a sports car, and the action is different for Babes Volley.
Yeah, 2 points in the first half. Now he has 22, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. And they're still very much in this ball game. Actually, they don't need a 3. They would love to have a 3-point play, on a drive to the basket. That would be. But if they're open, they probably will shoot it too. They've been that kind of a team. But the difference is, in the first half, they were down by 18 points.
Yes.
And for a while there, it went to over 20, like it was going to be all over. But they fought back.
1 minute left.
What's important here is to be able to get a field goal, whether it be 2 or 3, or free throw shots. Then the play there is Greg. He didn't give the ball to Greg. He made a mistake. There's Greg.
That was close. That was close to a 5-second violation. Arvin at the corner. Malonzo getting it.
And he's pushed. And they're in penalty. So that's going to mean free throw shots for JB Malonzo.
53 seconds, only 7 seconds was eaten from the game clock. These are all important free throws.
Well, this guy is also tired. You can see that in that no legs in that first attempt. He's tired because he's playing offense and defense.
He's been going after that basketball. One more for Jamie. Top. This time it's in.
Yeah, the adjustment was made. So 2 possession lead for San Miguel here.
91-86. Time remaining, 45.
Now you don't want to foul the import here because he just made 2 free throws.
Good tap from behind.
And he lost it. Oh, almost lost it. I thought that they did.
Good recovery by Taha.
He was
Taha
fouled there.
could not finish. Volley has it. Alonso asking for it from the other side. And Bolick will go to the line.
Now these again are 2 important free throws because there's 27.2. If he can make 2, they'll be down by 3. So it's just a 1 possession game. And you have a chance to be able to get the shot off even though you play honest defense.
Now, this is the time when if you're on the side of Northport, hoping that Jamie was able to sink in the front end of his 2 free throws earlier.
What a second half Bolick has had.
Yes, 23 points already.
21 in the second half.
My goodness.
And he hasn't been taken out.
Yes.
He played the whole 24.
Yes,
He's
Dr. J.
probably going to play the whole 24 minutes.
Now, we got this good news here for Jamie Malonzo.
Career high.
Yes.
He's getting better. He's getting much, much better. Now here, honest defense is what is needed.
91-88, hang on to your seats. Just a 3-point lead for San Miguel, but Northport is also in penalty.
They have no fouls to give.
CJ sees an open lane. He goes up, but he missed the layup.
Now they have a chance.
Here comes Bolick. He'll push it. He'll
That's
throw
a-
it.
that's
He'll
a
throw
good-
it. No, the tap to Jamie. He'll throw it. No.
Oh.
2 looks at the basket, Dr. J. And Northport, unfortunately, failing to cash in.
Where we see a nice hug there between Junmar Fajardo and Greg Slaughter. Arvin and Junmar. The shot of Bolick medyo malayo. But, you know, at that point, you had all the adrenaline flowing. You want to throw up the shot because a chance to tie. And actually, they had a second attempt. The 2 best players in the second half couldn't bury it.
I would say, you're right, Dr. J. That was
And it
taken
was
in
too
rhythm.
far, pero pwede na eh. He has made that. But ito magandang open na open siya. There was a great tap by Arvin there. So they missed the import today, but they gave a good fight.
And
Northport bottom here.
sigh of relief from CJ Perez because he missed that open layup on the other end. 91-88, our final score here. San Miguel getting their first victory here in the Governor's Cup, but unfortunately for Northport, they go 0-3 in the early goings of this conference.
And it's not going to be very easy, although they have a habit of stringing up victories somewhere along a conference. Yan ang ugali nila eh. If you look at the history of their team.
Our next level player of the game is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PVA. We give it to CJ Perez.
I think that was a pretty good choice. I thought his hustle, his points, his last miss was actually there already, but it was also challenged by Greg Slaughter at the right time. But this was the biggest one.
Yes,
That
no.
3-point shot when he was down to 4 or 5 yata, you know, that was a real big 3-point shot.
And San Miguel Beerman has mentioned they have shaken that monkey off their backs. They've gotten that first victory, but unfortunately for the Batang Pierre, the struggle continues with an 0-3 record. But to your point, it was a slow start. You know, we thought that it was going to go the way of San Miguel in the early goings, and then all of a sudden Northport catching up.
I thought they didn't have the fire. When they found out their import couldn't play, probably they thought that we're not going to win anyway. But I thought that they had a good talk at the halftime. They came out with a sense of purpose in the second half, and they played with a lot of fire. And Bolick completely changed the team by the way he played in the second half. And if we keep on stretching, we might. I'm just joking. You know, I love to do those things.
We got Camille here. Thank you, Camille, for being with us. We'll turn you over to our